Howdy, y'all. Welcome to A Hopeful Hauler Makes Homestead. It's a podcast all about the fiber arts, mostly considering going into the homestead side of things. Anyhow, welcome. It's been a few months. It's been about 7 months. There's a whole story for everybody in that sentence alone, right? It's been 7 months. So anyhow, welcome. Grab yourself a beverage of choice. I myself am drinking nasty water. Cloudy, it looks like fish water. It was my green stuff. Y'all drink green stuff in the morning. It's supposed to help with energy so that I'm not quite so dependent on caffeine, and it has healthy minerals and all that good stuff. So that's what I mostly drink in the morning, and then I drink murky fish water the rest of the day. Welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little synopsis of the last 7 months, and then we will move on to several finishes and a few works in progress and a little chat about Blue October, because if you've been here before, you know that's how it works around here. If you're coming back, I thank you for that. I do. I have some sweet friends who have reached out and asked if I was going to continue to do this a few more times or ever again. And I said yes. So here we are for another installment of A Hopeful Hauler Makes podcast. So the last 7 months, if you don't follow me on Instagram at the same name, A Hopeful Hauler Makes, then you might not know we moved from the city and to the country because, 2021 is all about complete opposites, upside down world. Yeah. So we've done the same thing. So it has been my dream and my husband's dream to support me in my dream, to live in the country, to have a little homestead, to have a proper place for chickens and possibly sheep and a big garden and all the things. So we did that. We moved to the country, and honestly, it was about just within days we were going to sign a little lease on a rental. Have you ever had something like that that's been your big dream, and then you pretty much just completely give up on it, and not give up on it in a woe is me, my dreams never come true kind of way, but in I've made it this far in life. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I've had a little farm in the city with a 1/4 of an acre, just in a regular suburban home with my chickens and my garden, and I was content and very grateful. And then up we go to Dallas, live in a little teeny tiny apartment. My husband and I are grateful. We think we're going to move to a rental. And then we see this, because I said, what would really be wonderful is if we could live near a lake and I could have room for my chickens. That really is the desire of my heart. It always has been. Why don't we just look and see what's out there and just see. And there was this property, and we talked ourselves out of it. And then he said, well, let's just go look. Let's just go look. And then we walked. As soon as we walked onto the property, we called the realtor, and within days we were working on getting it. So though I am very grateful and thankful for our family, I share that with you because I just want to encourage you. I wanted to, at different times in my life when things weren't progressing the way I had dreamed that they would, and I had really been working hard to make those dreams come true. Throughout, I kept having, for me, from my perspective, God whispers, just be at peace. Be at peace with what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Work with what you have. And one day, all the things that you're learning now will be used in the future. Like, don't wait. So whatever that dream is that you have in your heart, I'm 50 years old, and my words to my younger self would be and are, I guess, I'm so thankful, little Michelle, young mom Michelle, that you didn't wait until one day, well, you didn't wait until you had that house in the country to learn how to knit and how to spin and how to cook from scratch and how to care for animals like chickens and how to do all those things, because I think right now I would be super overwhelmed with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm not overwhelmed. I'm still a little, whoa. I'm still walking, and my husband is too, in that I can't believe that this is actually real kind of moment that seems like it's lasting for a long time. During a worldwide pandemic and many concerns, obviously, of friends and family and health and all of those things. A wild mixed bag. So anyway, that's what I want to leave you with. Whatever skills it is that you're wanting to learn, go ahead and learn those things now. If I'm talking to you like you're really young, I think in our hearts we're all really young, but I specifically know that I have a few subscriber friends who are younger, and I've reached out to them and asked them what are some of the things that you'd like to hear about. And one of the things specifically from one of my sweet friends is she wanted to better understand some of the things that I've been through, and if she, it's almost to kind of compare and see if she was at the right place. And I just want to say that, sweet friend, that's a losing battle, friend, because you have your own path, and I felt most defeated in my life when I was comparing myself to other people who were older than me, people who were my same age, comparing myself to anybody. I always came away feeling like I was a loser. So I just really want to encourage you not to do that, but instead to focus on your path and the things that it is that you, where you are wanting to learn, and do those things. Pardon me. Pollen is super, super high, and allergies are coming on, and I'm not a super allergy kind of person, but we are out here in the middle of it, just the way I wanted it. So, okay, here we go, into the fiber arts. So I'd like to begin on this note by saying the window that I look out every single morning faces the east, and I'm looking over there because that's the east, and the sun rises and the moon rises in that window, and I'm blown away every single day. Well, many years ago I taught my mom to cross stitch, and at 6 years ago, March 27th, she passed. But in between the time I taught her and the time she passed, she cross-stitched like a wild woman, and she made me this beautiful bookmark. It says faith can move mountains, and I just think that's so pretty. I wish I had the pattern for y'all and the name of it. I don't, but that's just something that's near and dear to my heart, and my mom cross-stitched that. I want to say that's probably, I would say 32 count. Very, very pretty. So there is that. Okay, I want to address the hair real quick, which may seem kind of superficial. And that's okay. I get there's a little bit of vanity that goes on for me, maybe not for everybody. When I get in front of the camera, I don't want to look like I just woke up. I like seeing other people who look like they just woke up and they're doing their podcast and they're totally comfortable. I myself am not. I myself am also not flat. Have y'all heard of this? That we're not, if we're our age, we're not supposed to have the side part. It's supposed to be in the middle. And no skinny jeans. So y'all, flat and in the middle. Okay. Is this a look? Is this a look I should be going with before? Okay. Fluff it up. Because, you know, I lost lots of hair last year. I don't know if y'all did too, but hey, a little bit fluffier. I like that. So anyway, squirrels. On to the next thing. So this is a pair of socks that I made using Bigfoot yarn. Look at that amazing pulling. I couldn't have done that if I tried, but I love it. Is it? Oh, it's only that way on that side. But I really think that those came out super fun. So that again, you know, I haven't been to their page in a long time. I got this yarn at DFW Fiber Fest several years ago. It's called Bigfoot yarn, and I do not know the colorway, but it's very pretty yarn. And what else can I tell you about that? Size 2 needles, Afterthought heel and toe, both done the same way. So that's it for knitting. I've honestly not been knitting a whole lot at all. I've done a lot of spinning and mostly cross stitch. In the spring, every spring for the last 6 years, I get into hyper cross stitch mode. So I've been watching a lot of floss tubes. So if you're primarily a knitter and not a cross stitcher, you may or may not know that cross stitchers have something called floss tube, and it's all of their all of the people who cross stitch their YouTubes all about cross stitch. So there you go. I have no idea how to say this. I think it may be in French, but maybe not. They had to special order it at one of my local LYS's called the Stitching Niche in Arlington. It's called a Matin de Halloween collection, tra-la-la. There's the pattern if you would like to screenshot it. You might also ask your local shop. And the Stitching Niche may mail it to you. I'm not sure if they mail or not, but you're shady girl. Hi, Bubba. Do you want to come up here? Do you want to come say hi? Oh. I've taken her sleeping place, which is right next to me. Here, come here. There you go. Go say hi. There you go. I'm going to spin you around. And we also have that sweet baby. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hi, Shayla. Hi. And Sadie. So we did a little thing. We adopted a dog. So now we're at 2 dogs, a cat, 2 ducks, 12 chickens, and we're gonna wait on the sheep. Okay, but not in my cross stitch, I'm not. I'm not gonna wait on my sheep and my cross stitch. Isn't that fun? So the fabric I coffee tea dyed, and I love the big splotches. It looks like it's been old and tattered and worn by people's coffee spills and age. So that's that, and it will go in a little stack of things that I need to finish. I'm not sure if I showed this last time or not. I obviously haven't done anything with it. This was one of the little quickies that was put out about this time last year by a designer that I don't remember, but I'll try and find that information and post it on my Instagram. And oh, this is a fun one. This is called Spirits and Spells. And let me take it out of the package. Also purchased at the Stitch and Knitch. Want to screenshot? The only reason I keep saying that is because the first time folks did that on the floss tubes that I watch, I didn't even think about it, and I thought, why do they have it held up for so long? And then I realized what they were doing. Okay. Isn't she so cute? And look at that owl. And we have owls around our house, which is super fun. Finish, and I will probably finish these all like Priscilla does, stitching with the housewives. So cute. There's a lot of cute little antique stores around here, and so I'll go find some things to make a cute antique finish with those. All right, and next up I have In Santa Claus Land. To tell if I did. Okay. We also have a lot of deer around here as well. The deer come up on our property every morning, afternoon, and evening. And Sadie, our dog, goes crazy. So that's super fun. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. Let me reverse this. Okay, this right here is 40 count swagger, and it also is coffee tea dyed on a baby bluish gray color. Don't know the exact color. I pulled this out and started it and got rid of all packaging before I even considered showing it on a YouTube. So some of these have been sitting for a while. And this one also is 28 count, just from Hobby Lobby. And I coffee tea dyed it as well. If you don't know how to coffee tea dye, Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives have a great tutorial on that. And let's see, I have a bee here. I have a bee somewhere. Oh, found it. Here is the bee. This is a punch needle design. And I showed just the plain picture, the printed picture. This is by, I love that she has it right back here, Kelly Baaaaack. I hope I'm saying her name right. It's Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y, Baaaaack, K-A-N-Y-O-K. It's called Bumblebee, quote, Bumblebee. 2021. And that was a super fun one to do. I'll get up real close. That's the back. And this is the front. Oops. So if you've never done punch needle before, maybe I could do a little tutorial sometime. I am not a professional punch needle person by any means. I've only done, this is probably my 5th or 6th one. And the story behind this one is kind of fun. So this one leads, well, I'll go back. Okay, so this is the back. This will be the back of the pillow that I'm gonna make it into. So it's not finished, obviously. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, the backing, where I got the back of the fabric from, in case y'all are looking for some of it. It's called Shop My Fabrics on Etsy, and they were very responsive. I got it within days. It's owned by Deborah Leonard. And again, her shop name is called Shop My Fabrics. Highly, highly recommend it. The price was very reasonable, and it's a very pretty, thick fabric. And I got a ton of it. So, there's that. Okay, so the story about that is Blue October. So the lead singer of Blue October is Justin, and Justin has been doing meet and greets. And I've been waiting and waiting and thought, I want to support them. It's also, you know, not super cheap, but I want to support them. And so for Valentine's Day, my hubby got me a meet and greet. So basically it was a Zoom. And Justin said to me specifically that he would really like a tour pillow. He knows that I knit and do all these things. And so he has a thing for bees, which, by the way, we're getting at the end of April. We're getting bees on the property. I'm super excited. So that's what that will be. I just remembered another finish I had. I'll be right back. Hello. And my apologies, I don't have the pattern. I want to say it's Plum Street, but I could be totally wrong. If you're out there and you know what it is, please comment below. Look how fun. I made this just for us to sit on our counter. So that green stuff that I was saying I drink in the morning instead of coffee, it comes in these canister containers. And I usually go through about one a month, and so I was trying to figure out what I could use that for. Anyway, I thought the lid was perfect for this. So I just have a little vignette set up on our bar with some peacock feathers, and that sits there. So that was a little finish that I've had in the last 7 months. And this is my progress on Silver Creek Samplers Christmas list. This is 32 count Schweigert, purchased at, I think, Hobby Lobby. And I coffee tea dyed it quickly, lightly. Also, I dyed it with the navy Rit dye. So let me see. There we go. So I still have a ways to go. Today I'm going to work on the little gingerbread men right there. That's a fun little motif to be working on right now. So I have a bit to go. But it's a super fun and quick one. Much quicker than I would have thought. But I'm guessing it's because of all of the words. But one of my favorite, I love to make cookies. And look at that right there. Isn't that cute? The little fingerprint cookies with the faceless Santa. This has been a delight to work on. So there is the Christmas list there, and one little tiny work in progress on my knitting. I have these lovely, I have some favorite works. Lovely and beautiful and fabulous. Those are my favorite words. Guess there could be worse. I have the door open. Can y'all tell? These lovely socks by Mustache Yarn were for Christmas. They're called Hard Candy Christmas. And I've got one complete. And then I have this one that I just work on occasion when we're sitting there watching TV and I'm too tired to pay attention to my cross stitch. So that is that. What else can I talk to y'all about? Have you put out your hummingbird feeders yet? Do you put out hummingbird feeders? I'd like to know. Tell me your best hummingbird feeder tips. I've fed hummingbirds off and on over the years and not been super consistent in doing that. But here at the homestead, I'd like to be super consistent. And I read up about it last week and saw that now is about the time here in Texas where I'm at, where you want to have your hummingbird feeders up and fresh and clean. And yesterday morning, I woke up and I told my husband, oh, it would be so nice if a hummingbird came today. And we were sitting in here and I was cross stitching, and sure enough, there was a hummingbird at the feeder, and it was pure joy. Yeah. Who doesn't love hummingbirds? So, what thoughts could I leave you with? What hopeful thoughts? Oh, you know what? I want to share a little card with you. Several years ago at DFW Fiber Fest, I got this card. And it's called Ba17, Spin a Yarn of Joy by Knit Ba Pearl. And I don't know if they're on Instagram or not. And it says Spin a Yarn of Joy. And that's watercolored. And then there's nothing on the inside. But one of the things that I really especially liked about this card is I've shared before here, you know, a lot of times when people talk about doing what you love and having it serve the world, I wonder how it is the thing that I love serves the world. And I try not to get too serious about it, but it's also something that I think about pretty frequently. And one of those ways, I think, is the YouTube channel. And so that's what motivated me to get back on here today. Because I believe everything is better with wool in a podcast. I enjoy watching other people's podcasts. And so I have to think I'm adding to that joy and that goodness out there in the world by doing a podcast. So anyhow, thank y'all for stopping by. Probably won't be 7 more months before I come back, but thank you for stopping by and enjoy your fiber arts today. Have a blessed one. Bye.